Hello, my name is Cole Hamilton. I'm here to provide you with tips to become the best version of yourself. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about dopamine detox. A dopamine detox is a period of time where you abstain from highly stimulating activities for the purpose of resetting your dopamine. If you don't know what dopamine is, it is basically just a chemical in your brain that helps regulate your mood and your motivation. A dopamine detox can be broken down into two parts. First, the elimination of bad habits, and second, the incorporation of good habits. What I'm defining as bad habits here are anything that overstimulates your brain, like social media, junk food, or playing video games. Bad habits cause an imbalance of dopamine, leading to less motivation and lack of pleasure in regular everyday activities. Let's say I was a video game addict and I played for, 10 hours a day. And one of those hours I decided, hey, maybe I'm gonna go hang out with my family. I would enjoy hanging out with my family less if I wasn't addicted to games, because the amount of stimulation that you get from 10 hours of games daily is crazy compared to only maybe one or two. So basically, you enjoy more regular healthy habits when you eliminate overstimulating habits. So how do we actually eliminate bad habits? And there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, but I'm gonna give you the 3 most practical tips that I use to eliminate the bad habits that were in my life. Tip number 1, recognize that these habits don't give you actual satisfaction. These habits give you fake satisfaction, or what I like to call artificial pleasure. Artificial pleasure is pleasure that doesn't last and that isn't truly fulfilling. When you detox from this fake pleasure, your brain will start to derive dopamine from everyday activities like studying, exercising, and spending time with family. When you actually learn to enjoy those everyday activities, your quality of life improves because you're not dependent upon overstimulating activities. Second tip for eliminating bad habits is to build a relationship with God. What a relationship with God will do for you is indescribable. The amount of change that you go through when you start to recognize, okay, what did Jesus do? What did God do? And how can I replicate that is amazing. Jesus was perfect. He didn't do any bad habits. So you figure if, you take Jesus's teachings, God's teachings, and you put it into your own life, that, maybe your bad habits will go away. It takes time, right? Like, you can't just snap your fingers, apply something from the Bible, and think that your bad habits are gonna go away. Like, that's just not how it works. It's going to take time. And obviously for this dopamine detox, it's only for a period of time, but the end goal really is to eliminate it from your life entirely. And with God, I think you're able to do that. All right, it's kind of a side rant, personal story, so if you don't want to hear it, you can skip ahead to the other tips. But I was addicted to video games, and I was just a really lustful person, and I was really insecure about myself, and I was just in a really bad spot. And the only reason I got out of that is because of my trust in God and just the prayer and the faith that I had in Him that I would be healed helped me overcome those habits and helped me free myself. Third and final tip for eliminating bad habits is to replace instant gratification with discomfort. So what this means is basically doing something that you hate every single day. And for me, what I really hate to do is take a cold shower. So every morning I wake up, I'll turn the shower to cold, and I'll sit there for like 2 minutes, like almost contemplating my life. Like, I don't want to do this. I really hate stepping into a cold shower. And I always do it though. I never don't do it. Like, I never turn the shower off. I always step in, and the way that I feel afterwards is it's good, not only because it's a cold shower and, it relaxes your muscles and stuff, but also because I did something that my brain told me not to do, which is going to further your discipline and make you better overall. And obviously, every decision you make can't always be the most discomfort option, because let's be honest here and realistic, like that's just not gonna happen. Take it one step at a time, you know. Only do one thing. You know, if you hate running, go run. If you don't like, I don't know, I got nothing, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Replacing instant gratification also requires goals, which brings me to my first tip of incorporating good habits, which is to set a meaningful goal. Setting a goal is the first step to incorporating good habits into your life, because you are taking accountability and recognizing that, hey, this area in my life needs to change. Goals are just something positive to work towards, and it's an important part of life, because without goals, there's no drive. Second tip for incorporating good habits is to create a habit tracker. A habit tracker is essentially just a checklist for your habits. You can easily make one by just grabbing a piece of paper, making rows and columns, putting whatever habit that you have, and then put the specific date on the left. I'll show a thing on the screen so you know how to make one. Have your tracker correlate to your specific goals. My tracker and your tracker are going to look different, because we might have different goals, we might have the same goals. But if your goal is to run a marathon, then running should be on your tracker. And my goal is to build a physique, so mine is going to be going to the gym. Whenever you do your habit, check it off. If you don't do your habit, do not check it off. Do not lie to yourself. Do not cope with yourself. Do not tell yourself that you did it if you didn't do it. Checking off your habits will give you a good feeling, because you feel like you're making progress. So, how do we actually learn how to be consistent? Which brings us to our third and final tip of the video, which is to make good habits fun. You can do this by tracking your progress for whatever habit you are doing. For example, if I'm starting a YouTube channel, I'm going to track my views, I could track my subscribers, I could track comments, even though it's not really an accurate representation, but you get what I'm saying. You could also just gamify your experience. And what I mean by gamify your experience is make a level up system. Creating a level up system will create a sense of novelty in your real life instead of novelty in a game, which is the really addictive part of games, is just the level up systems. But make your system hard to level up in. So for me, right, I have to make 10 YouTube videos before I could even get to level 2, and this is only my third. So make it difficult, make it hard, because then when you eventually get there, then you're going to be proud of yourself, you're going to be happy for yourself. Now, these 6 tips they're not magic, and it's going to take a while to fully eliminate bad habits. Like, it's going to take a while, and that's why the detox is so important, is because learning to detox for a certain period will then allow you, hopefully in the future, to detox forever. And that is the end goal of this video, is to help you detox forever. I have removed video games from my life, and I have removed porn from my life, and I feel so much more free, so much more open, so much more confident in myself. And I made this video because I want you to feel that same way. On that note, thank you for watching. God first, and I'll see you all in the next video.